Everyone mentioned today is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, and everything I discuss here is theory until proven fact, even if it is. Let's go.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna sing my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey guys, how you going? Oh, I love you guys. You know, before I don't even have to say anything anymore, and you know what's going on. I just reported on what I was hearing the other day, and I was wrong about the name of the person who allegedly saved the day. I don't see how he saved the day. He didn't shoot a guy. Anyway, it didn't save anything. The guy just went and picked up another gun and shot more. But anyway, I had an argument with people on Twitter, got proven wrong, stand corrected, and backed out. So there you go. How you going, Shannon? How you going, Deb? Alex, good to see you guys. Who else have we got in here? Is there anyone? Yeah, AWOL Stew, how you going? Out to lunch, I am Kai. How you going, guys? George, how you going? Good to see you all. Lucette. Who else have we got in here? Flyby Stew, how you going? Janelle. Good to see you. D. Lee. Good to see all you guys. Who else have we got in here? Is that? Yep, that's about it. Okay. So, yeah, I love how you guys know, and I don't even have to say anything. FF's around everywhere. But the narrative that I believe that they were going for has just flipped on them. It's not working out how I believe they thought it would. But anyway, this is what I'm seeing now. Topher Field is responding to Dr. Sydney Watson. And if anyone doesn't know who Sydney Watson is, she's been on YouTube for a long time. She's an American Australian. Don't ask me, I don't know. I caution Americans when it comes to the gun discussion with Australians. Their perception of firearms is completely different. The vast majority of Aussies have never seen, held, or actually fired a gun. They don't see a need to have one. Oh, she's correct. A lot of Aussies, not all. Their relationship to them is non-existent. They do not know at all about the gun violence that takes place in the country because media doesn't report on it and they aren't interested in knowing. You are talking to a fundamentally ignorant population on this topic. I really, really wouldn't bother. Well, Topher Field responded to that and said Sydney is absolutely correct about Australians, but I disagree with the conclusion. I believe we need to relentlessly speak up for what we believe, irrespective of whether it's going to make any difference. As my evidence, I submit Pauline Hanson and the One Nation political party. They kept speaking up for over 20 years, all the while it made no difference until all of a sudden it did. And that's what's happening now. And I sincerely believe their vote in the Senate will be bigger than the Liberals at the next election. If what you're saying is right, say it. Keep saying it. Hold up under the criticism, ridicule and claims of your own irrelevance. If you're right, you're right. And as I say in my book, it sucks to be right early, but that's the only time it matters. Now, I've been saying for many, many years that Australians are going to find out why they need firearms. And from watching everyone go completely asleep to people now saying things like this is amazing. How you going, Donald? Good to see you. Shannon, I didn't say hello. Susan, how you going? Good to see you guys. Cindy, how you going? So, yeah, it's not working out how they thought it might. Mario Norfolk, X wins. Australia lifts ban on Charlie Kirk assassination footage. Free speech 1, government censorship 0. Australia's Classification Review Board overturned the E-Safety Commissioner's ban on videos showing the September 10 assassination of Charlie Kirk after X successfully appealed the ruling. The E-Safety Commissioner had classified footage of Kirk's shooting and the stabbing of Ukrainian refugee Irana Zarutska as refused classification, meaning completely banned from all platforms in Australia. X fought back, arguing the Kirk video was a neutral, objective record of a notorious public event of historical and political significance that prompted extensive public discourse. The platform compared it to the Zapruder film of JFK's assassination. It's all playing out how it's supposed to. That's all I'm going to say about all this. The review board agreed. Despite the heinous nature of the event, the majority ruled the video was not gratuitous, exploitative, or offensive enough to justify a total ban. It was reclassified to R18+. That's still bad enough. Australia tried to memory hole a political assassination. Elon Musk said no. The same government that banned teenagers from social media wanted to ban adults from seeing reality. There you go. So they've lost their one, okay? Cat Canada said, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You love to see it. What do you think of this? A pro-Hamas protester tried to climb and vandalise a statue in Paris and fell badly. Did he deserve it? Yeah. Darwin Award. He did it to himself. What an idiot. Sorry, but, you know. Is Ruff Ruff? Oh, Ruff Ruff's here. How you going, Ruff Ruff? Good to see ya. Okay, Mila Joyce said, Dearborn Mosque mob losing it over church bells ringing on Sunday morning. Newsflash, this is America. Church bells ring, Christmas lights shine, and if you don't like it, there's a flight leaving any time. Assimilate or go home. Simple. And I agree with that, including in Australia. But look, it's all playing out how it's supposed to, okay? Now, yes, this is all FF, right? You know what I'm talking about. But it's playing out like this for a reason, okay? If we're watching a movie, you got to understand that this could be either side doing this. But either way, it's not working out the way the Australian government are trying to spin it. Yukon Strong said the Australian government gave the Bondi shooter firearms after discovering his son had ties to ISIS. Waking the people up, anyone? So who do they blame? Innocent Australian men and women who follow the law. Needs new government and immigration reform, not a crackdown on kangaroo hunters. Yeah, because they're calling for more stricter firearm restrictions now. See, they've tried to spin it, and now people are saying, no, it's not the firearms. It's the people you've imported, including me. I'm getting into it too, just, you know. But it's playing out for a reason, exactly the way it's supposed to, I think. Chris Mate said reasons for the Islamic terror attack in Bondi, according to Anthony Albanese, guns and far-right extremists. Yes, you read that right. Are Muslims now far-right extremists, are they? Look at this from a normal person's point of view, right? And that's what I mean. It's not working out the way they wanted it to. Okay, you have the, what's the Brown University, is it, in Providence? Was that what it was? The Brown, someone correct me if I'm wrong, please, in the chat. Some of the witnesses or victims or something had been seen in Parkland. Yeah, I'd be right with a pump action. Yep, definitely. Yeah, some of the people from that had been survived Parkland, some in one way or another, right? Now, these people in Bondi, allegedly, one of the people that was shot in the face survived October 7. Okay, now you'll find this happening all around when you you start looking at things and you find, well, this person was at that one and this one and that one. It was also, wasn't it on the anniversary of Sandy Hook as well? Oh, dear. Oh, dear, people. Oh, dear. Anyway, you know. I know you know, okay? Chris Mate said reasons for the Islamic terror attack. I already read that one. This is the most up-to-date information we've provided. They won't say what, like, if you're a normal person looking at this, right, it looks like a Muslim thing, right? But that's the last thing that our government want to say. They won't say it. And everyone's turning against them. Okay. Alexandra Marshall set a photo that speaks to the state of Australian politics. One senator wrapped in the Australian flag, another in the cloth of a foreign state. And a Muslim one at that. Australian Greens parody account says Senate President Sue Lyons banned Pauline Hanson from wearing the Aussie flag in the Senate, but had no issue with Marine Faruqi, wearing a keffiyeh every day for 2 years. And these people are coming out trying to say, oh, our thoughts and condolences when... What did they let over the Harbour Bridge recently? Anyway, apparently there's another protest coming in December to counter that, but it's against the government. It's not against, well, probably is against mass migration. Kobe Thatcher said Jesse Waters. So just look at this from a, like, unawakened point of view, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay? Kobe Thatcher said Jesse Waters. So the family is on a watch list and it has an arsenal. What the hell good is the watch list if you're going to allow that? You either have strict gun control, like they said, or you should let the people of Australia arm themselves to protect themselves. Yeah, because this guy was on a watch list, but he was allowed to have firearms. His family was on a watch list, but he was allowed to, yeah. Now, if you can't see something wrong with this, I don't know what is wrong with people. New video from Gaza. What do you notice? Look at this. Oh, no, that makes it even smaller. No, it doesn't. There's something wrong with this picture, and I want you to tell me what it is. AI, anyone? I think your head looks like The Exorcist, where a head spun around in circles, mate. Oh, did I say hello, Jake? How you going? Sherry, how you going? Good to see you. Okay, so, yeah, I was hoping you guys could tell me exactly what is wrong with that video. But I told you anyway. But yeah. Yeah, she's going to have a very sore neck in the morning, Alex. Oh, my God. And some people believe this. Okay, American AF said it's safe to say that New Zealand is done with the Palestine nonsense. Let's have a look at this one. Let's pause it, get it back to the beginning and have a look. They got the Palestine flag. They're doing the haka as well. Okay, that's what the Kiwis think of Palestine and the Palestine flags. Oh, dear. Peter Sweeten said, well, according to a new poll, a majority of Germans support a complete stop of immigration and mass-scale deportations. Remigration is not far right. It's normal now. See how we're being, like it's being steered. Very interesting. Morgan C. Jonas said rally this Sunday, Save Australia. Important heads up, a rally is in the early stages of being organised in Sydney and Melbourne for 3 p.m. on Sunday, 21st of December. The rally is calling for the immediate dismissal of Minister Albanese, Burke and Wong over the treason related to granting visas and allowing entry into Australia of individuals who have publicly vowed to destroy the country, as well as broader policies and actions that participants believe are contributing to the destruction of Australia as a whole. Location, Melbourne Parliament House steps, Sydney Opera House forecourt. Further details to follow. Watch this space. Yeah, I'll be watching from a distance. Vivid said President Trump has just officially banned Palestinians from entering the United States of America. Who's happy about this? Well, I know you would be, yeah, definitely, but, you know. Retards Down Under, Australia's social media ban's going well. Now they're just, like, gathering into groups of 300 and going through a Woolworths supermarket, raiding the shelves and knocking everything over. Good one, Albo. Everything's backfiring on them, guys. Everything they try and do. Dr. Russell McGregor had a good point. Let's see if a 6-year Delta connects with the 9 p.m. speech by POTUS. At 1 p.m. this afternoon, Australian time, Australian Eastern Daylight Time, Trump will be making a big announcement. And I don't know, but I've heard something's supposed to happen right before it. I don't know. Anyway, he posted this one, which is December 17th. First indictment unsealed will trigger mass population awakening. First arrest will verify action and confirm future direction. They will fight, but you are ready. Marker 9. We'll see. What is his speech about? It's going to be very important, right, guys? Hey, Canadian Patriot. How you going? Good to see you. Did I say hello, Cindy? I'll say it again. Okay. So, yeah, keep an eye out, 9 p.m. tonight, America time, or at least, is it Washington time? Or is it Mar-a-Lago time? I don't even know where I am right now. I'll have an announcement at the end of the news too, guys. Cat Turd said, what do you think Trump's going to announce at 9 p.m. Eastern time? There you go, Eastern time. Tomorrow night will be big. I will tell it like it is. Let's hear it. Dr. Russell McGregor said, excellent. Define L said, Hungary has moved to decriminalise, non-governmental organisations and other groups who assist illegal migrants, naming it Stop Soros Law. Way to go. Hungary's doing all right. I keep getting Hungary and Turkey mixed up, so please excuse that. I don't know what's wrong with me. Well, actually, I do. I'm so over this, said anyone who even slightly leans right concedes this is our only chance. We need to come together and make this happen. The Liberals have let us down, and splitting votes amongst minors is a losing strategy. This is actually achievable if we all pull together. Jill Marinelli said, I didn't think a minor party could take over the government. Maybe Australia's ready to make history and topple the two-party system. Because a lot of people are backing Pauline Hanson now. I don't know, but if you stand back, you can see how this is all working. Gerard Rennick said Anthony Albanese has raised the spectre of far right in the wake of the Bondi terror attack, which conspicuously, avoided the topic of Islamic extremism. Below is Anika Wells' response to what happened in Bondi. Oh my God, now I'm getting mixed up. Maybe if the government funded greater surveillance of terrorist threats instead of wasting time and money on censoring law-abiding Australians, the tragedy at Bondi may have been avoided. No, I believe sending them home and like surveillance of them as well. The bureaucracy is there to service, not control, so it should never be weaponised against the people, because she's now saying it's a it's an e-safety commissioner matter. If you see violent or harmful or distressing footage or photos online, grow a backbone. As she said, don't share it with others. Even if your intention is to help or raise awareness, you may cause distress to others. Well, the people who are getting distressed, it's up to them, sorry. 2, report graphic material to the platform to help get it removed quickly. No. And 3, if the material is not removed or is seriously harmful, you can report it to e-safety. No, thank you. We have never been a nation of dobbers. Okay, which is dobbing on people for non-violent offences, you know what I mean? Sassafras 84, it always amazes me when people use this logic. If you want to remove the Muslim prayer from America, fine, do it, but then you have to remove Christianity too. Yeah, this is an argument you often come up against. No, we don't. This country was founded off Christian values. If you don't like it, you can go. One religion wants to remove your heads if you don't convert, the other wants you saved. Big difference, not even in the same universe. The logic doesn't apply here. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Oh, dear. People are coming up with some good stuff. Oz Integrity said, breaking directly challenged. Does there need to be a greater emphasis on Muslim clerics from the western part of Sydney with regards to hate speech? And the Deputy Prime Minister, Richard Marles, rejects that idea and says Labor banned Nazi symbols. How pathetic are they? Then not only do they not answer the question asked, but they obfuscate. Okay, now someone was asking me about the flags the other day. We have our stupid government are flying the Australian flag, yes, that should be the only one they fly. But they're also flying the Aboriginal flag and they are also flying the Papua New Guinea flag. Okay, so for anyone wondering what the hell those 3 flags are, that's what it is. Craig Kelly said, how can we have unity when we have 3 flags? That sends a message of division. Don't you worry about that. Set out, it's 3 flags Albo, the king of disunity, which it is. Advance said Australians aren't falling for the guns diversion. We know it's about mass immigration and Albo will have to confront it. Well, people are calling for him to be sacked now. Valerie said question posed was these people will die for their cause. How do we deal with that? This is a question he was asked, right? These people will die for their cause. How do we deal with that? The mumbling, slurring dunce only word salad and agrees, yet he effing flew them into Australia, has them on watch lists, you utter globalist tool. Listen to this. When asked, these people will die for their cause, how do we deal with that?
It is indeed, as you identify, hard to legislate against such massive hatred and people who have this perversion of Islam that leads them to support Islamic State.
No, that's all Islamists. They all believe it. They don't only have the Quran, they've got 5 other books that allow them to lie to anyone who is not a Muslim to gain, to get further, with the Muslim and Islamic, the Islamic way of life. Because there is a difference between Muslims and Islamic Muslims, allegedly, from what I have heard. You have Saudi Arabia who are Muslims and not Islamists. And then you have the ones that are Islamists. So make up your own mind on that one. But no, Albo, it is all Islamists, not just a few.
and to have a view that somehow there is some reward for them. There is not. It is...
I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but Albo, right? Looks like he's sucked on a sour lemon. It looks like, you know how you turn the corners of your mouth up like a sneer? That's what it looks like he's doing half the time. Look. That's what I see when I see Albo. Okay, British Australian community said nothing says most successful multicultural nation quite like a fresh delivery of bollards at Christmas time. Martin Place, Sydney. They're going to start cutting roads off. Retards Down Under said we don't have freedom of speech, we don't have guns, they forced multiculturalism, they locked us down, they forced experimental vaccines, they banned kids from social media. Now they want to take even more rights from us after an Islamic terrorist attack. Well, it's not flying. They really are not flying. Oz Integrity said breaking Australia, Sydney, Australian traditions and events have been cancelled. Carols in the park have been cancelled. Christmas celebrations have been cancelled. And the Bondi Beach, New Year's Eve fireworks have been banned. Hard left local and state governments want you in fear, handing the win over to terrorists, a situation that the government caused in the first place. Oh, and some interesting information. Jackson Moon said former Victorian Premier Daniel Andrews, who was ordered to submit his defence to the Federal Court of Australia in defamation proceedings brought by Bike Boy, the guy he ran over who was on a bike, Ryan Muleman, by this Friday is currently at Monash Clayton undergoing tests for an undisclosed medical condition. So Dan Andrews, instead of facing this court case on Friday, has gone to hospital. Okay? Rita Panahai said former Premier Daniel Andrews has been admitted to hospital with a mysterious illness. One source suggested Mr Andrews, 53, may have been admitted for a stroke. I don't think so. I think he's trying to get out of a court case. Rapid Response 47 said, POTUS, let me take a moment to send love and prayers. I want to hear him say it.
Let me take a moment to send the love and prayers to our entire nation, to the people of Australia, and especially all those affected by the horrific and anti-Semitic terrorist attack, and that's exactly what it is, anti-Semitic, that took place on a Hanukkah celebration in Sydney. What a terrible, terrible thing. We don't learn. We're joined in mourning all of those who were killed, and we're praying for the swift recovery of the wounded. Some are very horrifically wounded, as you probably know. All nations must stand together against the evil forces of radical Islamic terrorism, and we're doing that. Let me take a moment.
Yep, so this makes me think, you know what the board said about all this? Disinformation and things, you know, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. That's why which side actually did it, you know what I mean? Carried out the FF. Because, and I'm not against Trump, I love Trump, because I think it's being steered, like, to wake people up. Yeah, Israel last. Don't freak out about Israel. Israel last. Okay? We're all going to be dealt with. All our countries are going to be dealt with. Just hang in there. Dr. Russ McGregor said, thank you for the heads up, Anne. Looking forward to it. Aussie's The POTUS speech will be at 1 p.m. on Thursday, Australian Eastern Daylight Time. So something may happen just beforehand. Anne Vandersteel said something happening tomorrow. Let's have a look.
Just had an incredible evening in Mar-a-Lago with America's Future. Absolutely love General Flynn, love his family, saw dear friends from, my goodness, from back in the early podcasting days to the most recent days of the work I've been doing. And I'm just very grateful that we have an incredible group of people that still love our country, still see hope, and, you know, we'll drop little tidbits like tune in to the president's speech tomorrow because something big is dropping right before. I don't know what, I wasn't given the inside details, but a little birdie said, make sure You pay attention to what's happening tomorrow. So folks, this is it. This is your message. Hope everybody has a great night.
What's it going to be? I'm really interested to know. Joe M said, hold on tight. It's going to feel like everything is happening at once. And this is what I think too. I don't think that's the end of it. I think we're in for a lot more. Okay, so, yeah, just be ready, guys, for anything. Andrew Meaden said, 20 American friends that see this video from Abby Chatfield, this isn't a normal Australian. She's probably going to be one of the reasons we bring back asylums, make asylums great again. Okay, this woman is insane. Listen to the gaslighting BS she's going to tell Americans. Watch this.
I've seen some Americans who obviously struggle to hold information in their brains and compute a thought say that the shooting in Bondi is evidence that gun control does not work. Just a reminder to all the Americans, as an Australian, as someone that lives in Bondi, first of all,
projection.
Our tragedy is not yours to
yes,
politicize.
It is. Go for it. No, go for it. No, Americans, go for it. It is. You have every right to criticise Australia, okay? I do. I'm doing it with America. I do it with Canada. I do it with the UK. So, no, you have every right to criticise, so do it.
When your politicisation makes no fucking sense and shows how uneducated you are about Australian gun history and also about, I don't know, how human beings work, how the world simply works.
Gaslighting hard.
Weirdos. That was our first mass shooting since 1996.
I think they're forgetting a few in the middle there, but anyway.
Having one mass shooting in 30 years does not prove that gun control doesn't work. Also, those guns were legally obtained. So, as a result of having those legally obtained guns being involved...
He was on the ASIO watch list, you moron. So how did he get those legal guns, love?
In our only mass shooting in 30 years?
No, it's not.
Our Prime Minister is now putting forward legislation to make our gun legislation even tougher. We are responding to the tragedy.
In the wrong way.
That
My God.
we can admit was caused by guns. So you know what's happening? We're doubling down on gun laws. The day after that was announced. The day after.
Suicide.
You not caring about your mass shootings is not a good enough reason to try and go, look at Australia. Well, I thought they had gun control in Australia. Yeah, we do. That's why we don't have mass shootings.
What was the other day? If we have gun control in Australia, what was the other day? And why was he on an ASIO watch list? This isn't going very well for them, seriously. She's spinning the left. She's a lefty, a severe lefty, okay, this one. She's a moron. And she's why we're going to be bringing back asylums in Australia, because she belongs in one.
And a lot of Americans agree with us. You are odd to not care about the fact that you had more mass shootings in a 12-hour period than Australia has had in 30 years.
Most of them setups.
It's what a bizarre, uneducated, unintelligent, disgusting, deplorable take. It proves...
That's projection, Your Honour. Oh, my God. Does she not understand that there is a reason why these things happened, and it was to push a narrative to take the guns from Americans? My God. She's a moron, man, seriously. And not many Aussies are thinking like this, okay? She projects to be a minority, but no. I'm sorry, a majority, but she's not. She's a minority.
Proves how little you care about people's lives because you haven't even thought about this. It proves how little you care about the children's lives.
And where have we heard deplorables before?
Having one shooting in Australia, now all of Australia is worried, we're concerned. This is going to be a historic moment. When
Yeah, this is the moment. I think we're going to be demanding our guns back, love.
you say terms like Port Arthur in Australia, which, by the way, because I'm sure you don't know, is the reason why we even have
FF.
gun control. When
Yep.
you say Port Arthur,
FF.
people say how hideous and how amazing that we have gun control.
No, they
When
don't.
you hear the word Lint Cafe, which is another major event in Australia that
One she conveniently left out a minute ago when she said we've only had 2 mass shootings, okay? She left out the Link Cafe. Okay. Anyway, now she's going to bring it up.
involved guns. It wasn't a mass shooting event.
Oh, she
People know
wasn't,
what we're
was
talking
it?
about. This is going to be a major event in our
No, it was Muslims with ISIS flags.
history. America, in comparison, have events like this, multiple events like this every single day because of your lack of gun control. And to sit there from America with your
No, these things happen in states that have gun control in America, love. Does she not know this? Democrat-run states? Most of the places that this happens are gun-free zones. So she's not very smart as she thinks she is, but she's not.
stupid hats on, sitting there going, thinking you had a gotcha. To have a gotcha in terms of the lives of 15 people, and we are changing the gun laws to make them even tougher. It doesn't make sense what you're saying. It's incredibly insensitive. It is incredibly revolting, and it shows what your true values are. And it's having little gotchas on the internet when you actually are completely wrong in every single way. In every single way. Well, I thought they had gun control. Yeah, that's why we've had 1 mass shooting in 30 years. That's why you're even hearing about it. We don't hear about your mass shootings because...
How did gun control work then, if we had just had a mass shooting, you moron? How does it actually work? Yeah, you've got the Australian residents and citizens without guns so that when people start shooting, we can't protect ourselves. That doesn't seem logical at all. Anyway.
You have such loose gun... You have no gun control. And I
They
know
do.
that
In the states that they have most shootings, they have gun control. God, she doesn't even know what she's talking about.
a lot of Americans don't agree with your gun control or lack thereof.
They're the
This isn't to all
lefties.
Americans, this is to those who right now are saying, gotcha. Sick freaks.
They're not going... No, they're actually making a point, love. They're not going... That was you, not them. Fucking freak.
You sick little freaks. So we will enjoy strict
Projection,
gun control.
Your Honour.
And hopefully that will prevent a tragedy like this happening, an anti-Semitic attack, or any attack happening.
And this is... Look, I believe the anti-Semitism they're going after are the ones they're importing, okay? They've imported it. The anti-Semitism, these people, right? Oh, my God. Lisa said, here's the image the media are hiding. The alleged Bondi killer Naveed Akram was waving the ISIS flag walking across the harbour bridge at the pro-Gaza rally in August. The March for Humanity looked more like a march for terror. Just look at the images. Same people on October 9, 2023. Okay, I'm not going to go... Oh, yeah, literally thousands of radicalised people marched on Opera House and openly celebrated death before Israel had fired a single shot. Okay, I'm not getting into the Israel-Palestine BS, okay? I'm not getting into it. Just letting you know that he was on the march. That she has had too many lip injections too, by the way. And looking at her, actually, going back, just looking at her, has she got herpes?
Brains and compute
Can you see that on the side of her lip here?
a thought say that the shooting in...
Is that herpes, love, or is that just too many lip injections? I'm a bit confused. I don't know, but I wouldn't go near her with the lips looking like that because I think it was herpes. I don't know what herpes looks like, but I would be thinking that. Okay, anyway, sorry to go back and forward there. Oz Integrity said, imagine a country where social cohesion is held together with lies, laws and censorship, one where special interests and minorities take priority over everyday Australians. This is Australian Prime Minister Albanese's version of Australia. Demand Albo shut the gate and resign. And there is I think it's a change.org petition to get Albanese to resign. It's on X. I don't know if it's on any other, what do you call it, platform. Oh, how you going? The real Crystal. Did I get that right? How you going? Good to see you. Okay, and anyone else I've skipped? Okay, Lozzie B said Indigenous Aussies are saying they don't want the terrorists buried in our land. They want the terrorists sent back to Pakistan. Okay, Mick Amias said New South Wales Premier Chris Minns is officially entering his communist era. The rise of the right will continue as these gutless politicians go after everyday Australians while refusing to acknowledge the real danger in our communities and around the country. Breaking, Chris Minns says Parliament will be recalled on the 22nd, 23rd of December to pass stronger gun laws, including limits on weapon ownership, shotgun reclassifications and reduced ammunition capacity. We will also explore prohibiting protests about international events if they're likely to cause disharmony to protect the multicultural community. You freaking traitor. Out you go. Seriously. Okay, Baron of Burleigh said we want a federal election in January. This government refuses to do one basic job, and that is to protect Australians. There's no option. How you going, Phil? Good to see ya. Okay, retards down under said Australia's Defence Minister and Deputy Prime Minister Richard Marles is just as retarded as the Prime Minister. Our country's fucked. Let's have a listen.
Do you feel like there needs to be, and should there be, a greater emphasis on hate speech from Muslim clerics in the western part of Sydney?
I think, as I said earlier, what we've done is criminalise more forms of hate speech. And, you know, we've criminalised the Nazi salute. Obviously, that's in a...
So he goes immediately talking about Nazis. That's not what he asked. That's not the question he asked.
In its own context. But we need to be looking at all of this. And it is really important that we have...
So should there be a greater emphasis on this hate speech from Muslim clerics then?
Well, I don't want to... we will go through all of this. I emphasise that we have done more in terms of criminalising hate speech than we have seen.
Yeah, but that's mostly against, like, who they call Nazis and normal Australians, by the way.
From any other government. But we need to look at all of this, and we need to make sure that we've got the right laws in place, and that we are doing everything we can to keep safe the vibrant multicultural society that we have.
Far out, he's a moron. Oh my God, we have got the dumbest people, man. In Parliament. Somebody help. Okay, Cat Turd said bam. Amuse said Islamification. Australian Member of Parliament Bob Catter's had enough. This one's a good one. Are you ready?
I want their names because we have had a tradition of toleration. These people are not tolerating us. So you won't tolerate us, we want you out of this country, right? Because this country is...
Yeah, I agree, Mr. Bob Catter. I like him. He tells it how it is. Yeah, that stuttering is so, like, they're just so incompetent, man. They can't even say it. Drew Pavlou said the Australian Prime Minister spoke a total of 5,022 words in a public about the Bondi massacre and did not once say the words Muslim Islam or Islamic extremism. No. I'd rather talk about Nazi extremism and far-right extremism and they're normal people just waking up. That's what the far-right is. He did, however, twice raise the threat of right-wing extremism, even though Bondi was an Islamic terror attack. McAmey has said this is what anti-gun advocates are worried about. This is what the government and politicians are worried about. 0.15 guns per capita. Not radical Islamists. 0.15 guns per capita. Our leaders are useless. Absolutely useless. And look at all the people calling them out now. Yeah, our diggers would be rolling in their graves right now, Deb. How you going, Carl? Okay, Lozzie B said, Australia, are you ready? We're up next. Both the socialist governments of Bulgaria and Chile have just been thrust out of power in recent days as their people rise up. We can do it, Australia. Time to take the country back. Eric Doherty said, incredible. Both the socialist governments of Bulgaria and Chile have just been thrust out of power in recent days as their people rise up. Amazing things are happening right now. People are done with corruption and leftism. Let's go, Aussies. Come on. Come on, Aussie. Come on. Come on. Okay, we've got Kobe Thatcher saying Ray Hadley has unleashed at Green Senator Maureen Faruqi. Fuck you. And PM Anthony Albanese at the Bondi Vigil last night. Sherry Markson, how can you cop Maureen Faruqi turning up here today? Ray Hadley said she has a hide thicker than Jessie the elephant and a hide thicker than a rhinoceros. There you go. I won't play the full 5 minutes. I think we've got the gist of it. Dr. Russ McGregor said, have New South Wales Police, ASIO and the Australian Federal Police ever conducted false flags? Is a certain report due late this week in the US? I wonder if that's what we're talking about. There's going to be a big something before Trump's speech and then Trump's going to have a speech calling it as it is. Let's go. Australians versus the agenda. Victorian Premier Jacinta Allen says despite recently passing anti-vilification laws and declaring the entire Melbourne CBD as a designated area for expanded police powers, there is no doubt the government will consider strengthening firearm laws if it's deemed necessary. Look, when you need help and you call the police, do you know how long it takes them to get to your house? Okay, say you're having a home invasion. And what are you going to do? Are you just going to say to the home invader, oh, just hang on a sec, I just got to ring the police. You think they're going to let you? And then if you do manage to ring the police, how long do you think it's going to take them to get there? They can do their damage and get out before the police even get there. You're best off being able to protect yourself with firearm. Yes, I would like a shotgun. I would also like a rifle or two. Okay, thank you very much. And more if possible, actually. And not for any reason other than protection against, like, pest animals and for my family. Okay, Kobe Thatcher said in August 2024, ASIO raised Australia's terrorism threat level from possible to probable. Since then, the Albanese government has continued to bring people in from vastly different cultures with radical ideologies that do not share our values. Shame on our government. How's that? Stephen Shavura said, as long as Australia frames the problem solely in terms of anti-Semitism, we'll get nowhere and focusing on the wrong people. This is Islam problem. It's a failure of the disaster that is multiculturalism. And this is exactly what I believe. It's not anti-Semitism. Okay? It's these people they're bringing in. And if they want to go anti-Semitism, then it's against the people they're bringing in. Yeah, AWOL Stew, have that's right, a mag 58 maybe. I don't know. I just want to, you know. I'd go to the range too. I want to own guns, but I would also go to the range, make sure I learn all, even though I learnt it all when I was a child. Okay, because we used to shoot guns. Okay, when I was a child. And I learnt most of the safety, but I would just want to make sure that I'm right up on safety, and I would go to the range and practice. So, there you go. Reform Australia wants somebody to want to blame someone for today's atrocity in Bondi. Start here. Look how many likes. You wouldn't have seen this a few years ago, man. This has woken people up in the way they didn't expect, man. I don't think they expected this. They expected everyone to go, yeah, more gun reform. Yeah, like that stupid woman said, Abby Chatfield. Right? But no, it's happening. It's going the other way. Okay, Alexandra Marshall said, ASIO confirms at least one of the gunmen was known to ASIO and authorities. Mike Burgess said that one of these individuals was known to us, but not in an immediate threat perspective, so we need to look into what happened here. Well, I'll say, we're looking to see if there are anyone in the community that has similar intent. Well, you need to look into how you handle that too, mate. Yeah, as if they wouldn't do any false flags, Yeah. Okay, Dr. Russell McGregor said potentially this week, Epstein release, SCOTUS decision on tariffs, Japanese rate decision, carry trade, Venezuelan escalation, and interesting economic times. A lot of people were saying the economy is going to crash too, okay? What is a black swan event? This is from way back, right? But I just want the best... hang on a sec. Best explanation I could find what a black swan event is. Metaphor for the reality is just because something has not happened does not mean that it cannot occur in the future. Being dogmatic about beliefs makes humans blind to concepts that fall outside what is accepted as true. This creates a vulnerability to surprise events called black swans, which necessitate a change in worldview. Black swan events impact people differently based on the extent of their access to relevant information about such events. The more the information, the less the impact. Because people were talking about black swan events, okay? I'd like that anyway. Bender, okay, I can't even say that. I'm so sorry. The scare event, the 10 days of darkness done in 30, everything all at once. North Korea or another rogue nation launches 12, take this with a grain of salt, launches 12 intercontinental ballistic missiles while Israel activates the Samson option. Sending dozens of nuclear-armed missiles toward multiple continents. EMP detonations high over the Atlantic and Pacific immediately destroys all undersea internet cables. The United States and Russia both go to DEFCON 1. The world believes the nuclear war has begun. Okay, I said take this with a grain of salt. I mean it because I don't know. An immediate financial reset is enforced by presidential decree XRP pegged to gold and becomes the backbone of the new world financial system. The global currency reset happens at the same time because we know there's a parallel economy running alongside this one ready to take over when this one fails. President Trump brokers an emergency stand down. The missiles never land, but the old financial world is terminated forever. All debt is erased, currencies are equalised, gold is tokenised. Stock market's gone, Bitcoin gone, banks gone. A great financial reset has been launched, setting humanity free. I don't necessarily agree that Bitcoin will go, but look, I'll just read their post. And billions of people around the world are woken up from their deep slumber. Ready to see the truth? Drop number 521. We're fighting for life. We are fighting for good. We are at war. Not everything will be clean. Scare necessary event. Do you trust the US military? Do you have faith in the chain of command? Have faith. We are in control. Okay, Project Odin plus military Jasara, EBS, EAS. A formula that will change the course of history forever. Project Odin and military Jasara are the ultimate power duo ready to obliterate the Cabal's chokehold on the world. Get ready for an explosive history-shattering event as the military EBS ignites the real global awakening. Project Odin, a covert mission unlike any before, is on the brink of dismantling the Mossad media satellite network that's been manipulated the world for too long. Quantum Starlink, backed by secret space programs, will take over and ensure that truth shines through, free from the Cabal's grasp. This is the key to a new era. Cabal's last stand is here. They've controlled global media and minds for decades, but their strongholds are crumbling. Q's predictions are unfolding. Mossad assets are being wiped out, and we're approaching the moment when a staged mother-of-all-bomb scenario will catalyse the global military activation. A biblical reckoning is upon us. The world's financial system will be reborn as fiat currency as we know it vanishes, replaced by, I hope not, a digital ISO 20022 coins backed by precious metals. We want cash, thank you. Tesla's free energy will power the future while Bitcoin servers will be shut down permanently. A faux World War III will seize the world's attention with nuclear sirens blaring and stock markets collapsing, but don't be fooled, this is a staged collapse that will bring forth martial law and global truce. A new system will rise. Look, this person could be, like, on the ball for all I know. The quantum leap is coming, enabled by Project Odin, Nasara, Jasara and RV, which will transform the world. The emergency broadcast system will reveal the suppressed truths, uniting 209 nations for a new financial order. The Cabal's media is done. Project Odin, combined with the military Jasara, will crush their control over the narrative. A new quantum system will rise, free from the claws of globalist tyranny. This is humanity's final stand, with the removal of satanic media assets and military tribunals. The Global Alliance will rebuild nations and restore freedom to the people. The time is now. Brace for the grand finale of this battle between good and evil. Prepare for the storm. The world will never be the same. Now, if Trump comes out and says, what were those words? We're in the storm. Oh, whatever it is. Then we might actually, this might be happening. So we'll see what happens. All I know is don't fear, okay? Do not fear. Save our streets, said Read the Room at Albo. Pauline Hanson said Anthony Albanese's attempts to divide this nation by race have failed. Now Albo's got to go. Okay, the White Rabbit podcast. Wake up, Australia. All of this was an engineered psyop. The rushing through of the under-16 ban ahead of this attack. The rushing through of Albanese's wedding, which occurred in secret, because when you're playing with people this dangerous, best you don't walk your bride down a public aisle. Then the intelligence that this person, White Rabbit podcast, received ahead of this attack, that Albanese will soon be resigning and replaced by Dan Andrews. Oh, God, no. I hope that your intelligence is wrong and he's not replaced by Dan Andrews. But I can't see anyone, like, good there anyway. Then the Australians fallen so far from grace and so far from where it was just 5 years ago, and all of it was engineered by Labor for their wealth-class puppet masters. When, Australia? When will you stop the brainwash, woke, bullying madness and realise the dangerous game you've been indoctrinated to play? Labor pass anti-Semitism laws and Islamophobia laws at the same time and use flights and your tax dollars to place both sides on one island. Australia. This country deserves better than these religious warmongers. I agree. Okay, and I don't think I need to go on anymore. I think we pretty much know, like, this is a, oh yeah, he was smiling when it happened. Look at this, smile with 12 killed in Bondi terror attack before it went up to 15 or 16 or whatever it was. Yes, I believe this is true too. Chantel, Bondi's horrific attack today just cemented a huge vote surge towards Pauline Hanson and One Nation Australia. There you go. And there you go. Is this the same person? The person who worked in the fruit shop? No, these are not the same person. Okay. Who's got a delivery? I hear a truck. I think someone's got a delivery. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah. And I did get a, what do you call it? A notification on X asking for my ID. So this is the announcement that I'm going to tell you now. If you don't see me for a while, it's because I refuse. Okay? And not only that, I've got a lot going on here at home, and I may be off and on with the days that I'm coming on because I have a lot to do. I've recently moved in with my whole family, and cleaning up and helping with 9 people in the house is a lot. So I don't always get a chance to research anymore as much as I used to anyway. So if I just disappear for a couple of days, please don't worry. I'm all right. I'm just probably very busy. Okay, and with that, let's go to the comments. Oh, I'm at the beginning. Deb, you got your new mattress? No pain in the hand, arms and neck. Oh, yep. Yeah, me too, Deb. I just got a new mattress. It's a firm mattress and it's great. Okay, this has jumped. See how far back we can go. About here somewhere. There we go. Hey, we've got Flyby Stu, Janelle, Deb, Dealey, George, everyone. How you going, guys? Alex said, I still need to watch the video you sent me. I've been so busy editing, spending ages doing it last night and got it all corrupted, so I have to go over it again. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Deb said, news is on fire. Shannon said, Hev, he attacked the guy whilst he was reloading, so it's safe to assume the gun wasn't loaded, and went click. Yeah, I'm not going to get into the details, Shannon. I just know what it is. We know what it is, you know what I mean? And I don't know which side has organised it, but yeah. If it was the left, then it's severely backfired on them. That's all I'm going to say. Alex said, at least it's kept me busy. Hopefully it won't corrupt again when I go to export it. Oh, no, that's the worst thing. George said, I heard the man that tackled the terrorist was shot twice. Apparently he was, yeah. Susan said, hey, all that work on a bit on rewind. Have a good one. You too. Thank you, Susan. Yes, Shannon, a well-armed society is a polite society. Deb said, we can defend ourselves and they bring in the violent people. That's exactly right. Dealey said, Alex, you know all about it, though. I'm not good with electronics. And Alex, if you get... Oh, I don't want to ask you this because it looks like you might be busy, but if you get a chance, can you do me some more thumbnails, please? Just on what world news and yeah, I don't know. I have to contact you, I think. Anyway, everyone's saying hello. Cindy said, I'm sure they'd like to have the choice either way. No one likes to be told they can't do something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Stu, we learn from our mistakes. Ruff said, from now on, Christmas is all about Jews, like World War II, not hearing about Australians, only Jews. No, Australians were actually hurt in it too, allegedly. Okay? Allegedly. Hey, Donald, how you doing? I missed you in there. Cindy, yeah, I read that one. Okay. Shannon said he was shot twice by his son who was shooting from the bridge. The father made his way back to the bridge and was rearmed and kept shooting. Deb said, what do they want to take us for this time? Well, we know they're trying to censor and more arms restrictions. And Jake said, hope the grass was okay. George says, so the man on the bridge shooting was not a terrorist? Yeah, no, he was, yeah. Shannon said 2 brave people were killed trying to disarm them when they were first getting out of the car. Is this something? Thank you. Oh, something big. Hang on, guys. Okay, I've got to go stream again. Back to streaming. Okay, someone in the household just got a TV delivered. It was massive. Okay. Jake said it was related to the Manchester bombing, I heard. I don't know. Cindy said I think everyone should have one in each hand. That's the right being born. I believe so too. I'll take one in each hand and one for later. Yeah, AWOL Stew. Hev would be okay with a pump action, I reckon, definitely. Yeah, Deb, Anthony Albanese's to blame. And Jake said, hi all and Merry Christmas. Yes, hi all and Merry Christmas in case. Not that I think I'll be back before then, but I mean, there's going to be times where I have to take a bit of time off, guys, over the next couple of weeks. Shannon said that was fake blood. Deb said, yeah, I'll watch an opportunist setting up trauma victims. George said Albanese, Starmer and the rest of them have blood on their hands. They do. That's what, and there's posters going around in Australia saying that Anthony Albanese has blood on his hands. There's also posters going up saying that the Cronulla riots are coming back. Do not fall for that, please. that is from the left, put out to make the right look bad now if we go and have some sort of, riot, okay? So don't let them fool you. Shannon said they're trying to get us into war with Iran. Alex said that all the world's a stage and more people are seeing it, hopefully many more too. They're getting sloppy in desperation. I think so too. Yeah, it's all planned. Cindy said, hold up, someone shot in face, gets up and goes to another political protest. They think we're stupid. Exactly. I agree. Yeah, Merry Christmas back at you, Jake. Alex said she's going to have a sore neck in the morning. Shannon said her head is on backwards, slept with the owls. Oh, yep. Exorcist, like spinning your head around, you know. People have got to realise when they're being given propaganda, you've got to look carefully at everything. George said, I was about to say that, Hev. Cindy said they need girlfriends. Or a job. George said they'll be throwing up pea soup next. Yeah, exactly. Alex said, I think that's from the Tommy Robinson March during the summer. Shannon said she's great at keeping eye contact with her brother and father. Sherry said, saying hello, everyone. How you going, Sherry? Cindy said, best president ever. I can't wait to find out what he's going to talk about in a couple of hours, 3 hours now. Canadian Patriot, how you going? Jake said, Tucker Carlson said President Trump declaring war. I don't trust Tucker Carlson, and not many do anymore. George says, Starmer, worst Prime Minister ever. Shannon said, Fannie Willis corruption case is being drowned out. Look over here, not over there. Yeah, there's a lot going on behind the scenes too. Canadian Patriot said, time to move to Hungary. George said, Hungary and Poland won't accept Islam in their countries. And there you go. Yes, Sherry, that's it. My fellow Americans, the storm is upon us. Let's hope. Cindy said, would be the best day ever. Jake said, Venezuela. Shannon said, I'm not responsible for the feelings of others. It's your job to control your own feelings and emotions. Exactly. We can't control the way other people take things. I'm only responsible for what I say. And then I even wonder sometimes, no, I'm kidding. Oh. You know how some things just pop off the top of your head sometimes? That's what I'm talking about. Alex said, what about the stress being used to us? They always want it one way. People need to get a backbone, stop being such a crybaby, bring back the 80s and 90s. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Alex said, exactly, it's all subjective, Shannon. Alex said, if people don't like something, walk away or turn it off. Simple as that. Exactly. Ruff said, if Albo was any smarter, he'd be a half-wit. Exactly. Yeah, George, a lot of snowflakes in the UK, a lot in Australia too. But I think that's changing. Alex said, this Albo bloke's voice is almost as intolerable as Starmer's. Why do they all sound like robotic drones or like they've been dropped on their heads a few times? I think they were all trained by the same WEF people. Maybe that's why. They're all trained how to talk. Not very smooth, though. Not smooth talkers. They're just morons. Oh, hey, Menacing Muskrat. Didn't see you in there. Look up number 55, the keyboard. Okay, hang on. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Ignore and proceed. Give me a sec. Number 55. Let's go upside down. And then go to number 55. 55. Look to Twitter. Exactly this. My fellow Americans, the storm is upon us. God bless. Even bigger if it was on TV. Alex said that's because he feels utter contempt for the people. Exactly. Shannon said that's because Albo is gay and the pinch cat bum favourite is a symptom and a sign. Yeah, but he's got that, like, a snarl bit, you know, where you lift the two sides of your mouth to snarl it, like, or go, at someone, you know. Yeah, Deb, thanks very much, Albanese, for cancelling Christmas. Canadian Patriots said, block all the roads. That'll work out well. Hi, Deb. Shannon said, "G'day, Muskie. Haven't seen socks for a couple." Oh, no, Shannon. Is that because of the new kitten? Deb said, "How much money did the government make doing all of this?" Alex said, "I know it's ridiculous. When I was growing up, we were told to put up and shut up, stiff upper lip and all that. We learnt to toughen up." Yeah, exactly. Or, you want to cry? We'll give you something to cry about. Remember that? Yep. Yeah, Deb said he's not happy with the new addition, Shannon. Jake said, "President Trump, we salute you." Yes, definitely. Thank you, President Trump. Shannon said, "I think it's the Jews attacking themselves for sympathy." You think that? Yeah, I think they're saving Israel for last. There's a reason. They're saving Israel for last. We'll find out. Deb said, "Oh, thanks to Albanese government destroying all the holidays." George said, "Starmer and Labor allowing anti-Semitism to thrive in the UK." Yeah, it's because the people that come in, they bring in, are anti-Semites. I don't think this is against us normal people because most don't really say too much about it. You know, I mean, some people do. But, yeah, no, they're the ones that I think it's a Muslim problem, not an anti-Semitism problem. But anyway, hey, it's just me.
Shannon donated $1. Shut up, Albo, you're drunk.
God love you, Shannon, you legend. I agree. Shut up, Albo, you are drunk. Go home, mate. Alex said, "Oh, no, I hope she comes home soon." Shannon? Deb said, "Don't give in to the news narrative or the government narrative." No, exactly. Shannon says, "Socks is a girl." Well, she's had the snip. Aww. Canadian Patriot said, "The sane women are in chat rooms like this one, lol." I agree. Yep, I agree. And, you know, the ones that you can tell by their eyes. Like they go really loopy. I don't know what's wrong with them, but yeah. Cindy said, if it's in the public, that makes it our business, ma'am." Exactly. She's got no... Look, she's an idiot. She's the reason, that Abby Chatfield is the reason why we're going to bring asylums back in Australia. Cindy Porter said, "Looks like they missed one. When God was handing out brains, she thought he said trains and she missed hers, okay? So have some sympathy for the poor girl." She missed it. Menacing Muskrat said, "We're in the storm." I know. Jake said, "I'm a bit of a bullshitter myself, but it's good to have a professional every now and again." Yeah, Canadian Patriot, problem, reaction, solution. Cindy said, "Until she needs one to protect her." Yeah, well, look, this is who I hope it's all going to backfire on. These people who believe we shouldn't have them. Like, I don't wish that on anyone, but if it's going to happen to anyone, it should be on those people. Backfire on them and realise why or how they need them. Okay. Sherry said, "Criminals don't follow gun laws, twit." Exactly. You're better off arming the whole population. That way good guys with guns will stop the bad guys with guns before they do too much damage, and you won't have mass shootings. You may have a shooting every now and then, but it won't be mass. Sherry said, "Criminals don't follow gun laws." Yep, I read that one. I agree, Sherry, by the way. Alex said, "Is that the woman who has a wobbler and like she's on drugs heavy?" Yes, it is. The one who was doing the stupid, like, feeling herself up in front of the camera while she's slapping her legs and going, "Americans, why aren't you taking out Trump?" or something. You know, like, she is insane. This woman is insane. I believe, personally, that she had threatened Donald Trump. But, hey, that's just me. If it was anyone on the right, they'd be accused of threatening someone, you know. Deb said, "I blame the government, Albanese." Well, I blame both sides of the government. I mean, including John Howard, man, too. He was the one who first brought gun laws in. And then you got Liberal and Labor ever since then not doing anything about that. So I believe, yeah, it's both government, but more so Albanese because he allowed all the Islamists in en masse. They were allowed in before that, but now it's just like, look at Australia. You could go down to certain suburbs, and it's pick the Aussie, spot the Aussie. You can't see them anywhere. Deb said, "Yes, create the problem and then come in with a solution." Canadian Patriot says she sounds vaccinated. She sounds very, very vaccinated. Alex said, yeah, probably menacing. Shannon said, black on black, a lot of that happening, yeah. And a lot of suicides. And they take that as gun violence and like, well, only against themselves, but hey, I don't agree with that either. But, you know, you can't stop people if they're going to do things like that. Sherry said, I'm an American and I don't agree. Just saying. Yeah, exactly. Deb said, yeah, she's had every vaccination and booster out there. And she's not drinking the Kool-Aid. She's swimming in it, man. She is absolutely swimming in the Kool-Aid. Yep, Sherry's thumbs up. Right, Canadian Patriot. Yep. AWOL Stu said those palm trees resemble her hair. They did, didn't they? She looked funny. George said, looks like she had a booster in her lips. Looks like she's had a few. And a bit of, herpes or something. Cindy said that's why they made up this situation. Deb said the news outlets are salivating and adding to the drama. They are. Yeah, Canadian Patriot, mass acting. Deb said we've set up government setting up us up shootings. Alex said she's just spent the last 4 minutes repeating herself. Should have taken 30 seconds. Oh, she likes the attention, so I thought I'd give her some. Deb said, for God's sake, why did the Americans have to repeat? Cindy said, we got control, only 2 hands, that's control. Yep. Deb said, who wants giant lips? Hey, go on. Hang on. Is it the real Crystal? Yep. Excellent. It's been years. I know I finally got my channel back about a month or 2 ago. Yeah, after 5 years, they deleted my channel. I thought it was gone forever. And then all of a sudden, I saw it in YouTube accounts and was able to appeal, and I got my channel back. That was because others were getting their channels back and they showed you how to do it. So I thought I'd give it a go and it came back. Meanwhile, I appealed it earlier, right? As soon as it happened, my channel was deleted. I had appealed it, but they said no. Okay, so that's why I thought it was completely gone. I started all new channels all over the place. And shh, don't tell anyone. I've just told the whole internet. Deb said Albanese was on the side of the bloody terrorists for God's sake. Alex said, it seems to be the new norm in Hollywood music industry. They all look like Kardashian clan now, Deb. Cindy said, can't catch that with guns, lol. Yeah, cold sores. Yeah, exactly. And Phil, how you going? Everyone's saying hello, Carl. AWOL Stu said, that's our Minister Defence. We are screwed. Yes, we are. We need a big change of government as soon as possible. Everyone's saying hello. Someone's child is crying out there. Deb said, I take it that your stuttering means you're full of shit. Yeah. Yeah, Albo, definitely. And that guy. Yeah, his deputy. Oh, my God. He couldn't even, he couldn't even answer the question. I was trying to think on the spot, mate. Oh, Jake said corruption at the highest level. I agree. Deb said, so what the parliament really is the mental ward Labor government. Yes, it is. Actually, most of parliament should be locked in make asylums great again. In an asylum. Okay? I'm just going to repeat it. Make asylums great again. In Australia as well as America. We need it. George said the politicians are morons. Yeah, exactly. Hey, J1, how you doing? Deb said, what the hell did the diggers fight for? Exactly. They'd be rolling in their graves right now. Deb? Deb said, bastards are rolling trouble. That's why he studies. Oh, by the way, Albanese, our Prime Minister, not only recognised Palestine as a state, but he also has been in little protests when he was younger. Yeah, backing them. AWOL Stu said, you 100%, them 100%. Shannon said they repeat stuff because it's a mind control technique. Yep. Yeah, they think if they say it often enough that people will believe it. Muskrat said, Satan knows his time is short. Be prepared, all hell's going to break out before Trump's speech. Do you reckon? Deb said our government imported terrorism. Yeah, I reckon there's a lot more going to happen. Like, I don't think we're, I was expecting one after the other, and it kind of did happen in that way. If it was, is it Brown University? Can someone correct me, in Providence? That one, Bondi, and then there was one in the Netherlands, and then there was one stopped in California as well. So who knows? Who knows? It's just that we can see what it is for what it is, Alex said about 2 weeks, but they'll probably be at your door in minutes if you say something on Twitter. Yep. George said, may all those innocent people who lost their lives rest in peace. Yep. Yep. If anyone did, RIP to anyone who may have lost their life. Menacing Muskrat said the whole disease temple's coming down. It's going to be biblical. Shannon said the police station was literally 80 metres away around the corner in Bondi. Yes, it was. Yes, it was, and it took them that long. Cindy said when the law gets there, they give homeowner problems and let the criminals go. Yep, it's exactly what they do. AWOL Stu said, Hev, that's right, a Mag 58, maybe? Yeah, any, I don't know, I'll take them. J1 said coronimals. I agree, J1. J1 said, when I was a kid, you could buy a gun from the news agency. I remember when you could buy them from Kmart, and they were displayed on the far back wall, and all the ammo was under the glass cabinets at the counter. Do you remember that? I remember that. Sandy, hey, go on. Looks like they go for the easy targets. As an Australian and non-Jew, I feel violated, not anti-Semitism. Exactly. I remember when you got a gun when you opened a bank account. Oh, wow, really? Those were the days. Oh, I'd say, I wish I got one when I opened a bank account. Canadian Patriot said total finance collapse, banking, stock markets, cryptos. Sandy said, hello, everyone. Great to be here. Good to have you guys here, honestly. I haven't seen you for years. J1 said a group of black swans is called a bank. Oh, there you go. Thank you, J1. Out to lunch said the true Jew hater is the people importing the people who hate the Jews, right? Well, I don't think anyone can hate them more than the Muslims do. And I'm certainly not on the Muslim side. I'm not on the other side either. I'm in the middle going, what the hell's going on here, guys? And, yeah, we know. We know. We see it. We see it. Sandy said, well, silver's cracked 100 AUD. Yep. Yep, Menacing Muskrat, Nasara Jasara. Deb said, how much money is Albanese making on all this terrorism? Well, it's keeping him in control because they're the ones who voted for him. Canadian Patriot said, bring it on. I'm sick of the movie and longing for the ending. Me too. I just want it to come on, man. Get it over and done with. Scare the shit out of us and let's go. Okay? Yeah. But once we see it, we'll know what it is. You know what I mean? Dealer said, Deb, it depends on his acting skills, I think. George said they're all corrupt. J1 said Canadian Patriot. Yep, it was so long ago. Menacing Muskrat said petrodollar will collapse and the gold standard returns. Yes. And I do believe cash is going to be used as well. I don't think it's going to be all digital. Sandy said, but she's a parasite too. She just ain't let go, can't let go. Alex said, yeah, it's getting that way, really dragging on, Canadian Patriot, maybe because they're buying time before it all really kicks off. Well, they've got to have as many people wake up as possible, and I honestly think, looking at Bondi, it's woken a lot of people up. So I don't know if the other ones have, the Brown University and Providence and Province and the other one in Amsterdam, I don't know, but yeah. AWOL Stu said, oh, YouTube hates my ballistic knowledge. Sandy said, I'm talking about Albert. Oh, okay. Out to lunch said, our cash will be like Confederates' money. J1 said, Jasara's linked to Noahide laws. Remember that? Shannon said, tippy top. Shannon said, where we go one, we go all. Exactly. George said, I pray for the second coming of Christ. Yeah, me too at this point. Sandy said, oh, my God, she married it. Oh. Shannon said, Dictator Dan. Alex said, me too, George. Canadian Patriot said, $100 bills would be great to wallpaper the bathroom. Yeah. Shannon said, would have to be a small bathroom. Okay. Let me see. I'll try and get where I was up to. Okay, I'm around here somewhere. Alex said, is Dan Andrews the plonker that was in charge during COVID? He was the Victorian Premier who shot rubber bullets at the Australian people. He was the most draconian lockdown, abusive politician that I've ever seen. Alex said, I think I had a thing flash up saying they were changing their terms and conditions, but nothing about ID yet, although it's probably coming. Yeah, it's on X. I've got a notification saying, please supply your ID. And Alex said, no worries, Hev will be here when you're able to come on. Oh, excellent. Christlight, how you going? Post on social media are making a bizarre claim. The 24-year-old suspect, Naveed Akram, was a former IDF soldier whose real name is David Cohen. Yes, I've heard that, but I haven't seen anything about that, so I'm not going to talk about it until I look into it a bit more, which hopefully I can do. I don't know. I'm just so busy lately. I'm looking after my elderly parents, so it's really difficult to do research at the moment. Menacing Musgrave said, wow, 9 people that's a full house. Yeah, it is. There's 9 people in this house, and it's full on. I've gone from just worrying about myself to now there's 9 people. D. Lee said, don't worry, have the movie will keep playing. Time with family won't. Yes, that's the thing. See, my parents are very old, and I can see my mum winding down, and she needs a lot of help right now. Out to lunch should maybe start a newsletter email. I don't even know if I'll have time for that out to lunch. I'll try and come on when I can. That's all I can do is try and because I'm not giving up streaming. I'll be back no matter what, but I might just have to have a couple of days off here and there. And Shannon said, and also had cocaine on his face. Who did? Oh, Daniel Andrews. Yes, he did. Alex said, I think they all are at this point just hollow puppets. Yep, I agree. Alex said, I was thinking that someone married him, Sandy. Maybe it was for convenience. Yeah. Hey, Soul, how you going? The guy with the fake blood, maybe a Fraz drip com. Why did they have to show that? Well, I also heard that there was no blood on the outside of the bandage, and if you were shot in the head, you wouldn't be on TV. You'd be going, hospital, get me to hospital. Someone freaking get me to hospital, man. I don't know how many people are so, blasé when that's just happened, and everyone they interview is like, and it's going over and over again. We see it over and over again. If someone had just been shot, you would not, I don't think you'd be. Anyway, let's not worry too much about that. Alex said, yeah, I missed your message. Yes, tech can be really frustrating sometimes, D. Lee. Alex said, no worries. Of course, I'll make more and you can always ask me. I did try and do some for your last Candace Erica Live, but didn't turn out too well, Hev. I'll message you, no problem. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. Deb said, good, I'm not the only one. Alex said, lovely words, D. Lee family, so precious. Yep. Sandy said, Ari, the psyops, the problem is they hire DEIs to do the job. Well, they're not very good actors, you know. Out to lunch said, Trump probably selling meme coin or something. AWOL Stew said, FFF Carlson. Animal Mother, how you going? Oh, thank you. You like my voice. God love you. Menacing said, hit the like button. Thank you, folks. Yes, thank you very much. If you can do that, I'd really appreciate that. Sandy says, Soul, yeah, it's all about the snuff factor now. We have degraded us to new levels, yeah. Alex said, what's the DEI? Diversity, equity and inclusion. It'll probably click when you say it. I just can't think what it means. Yeah, Deb, bring back thick skin. You need thick skin, guys. You need to just let all that shit just fly off your water off a duck's back, mate, you know? J1 said, I'm off to do some food shopping. God bless you all. Have a safe Christmas. You too, J1. Sandy's told Alex what it means. Out to lunch, said there's a 15-minute city scheduled for Seattle, Washington. Bad flooding, right? I don't know. Shannon said diversity, equity, inclusion. Canadian Patriot said he got hired immediately after, lol. Alex said, yeah, young or not so young global leaders all have the same nails down the chalkboard voice. They do. Animal Mother sending love. You too, God love you. Deb said, it's called contempt, Hev, Albanese's face. Yeah, I don't like it. Little snarly face. Sandy said, Alex, are you referring to the clause on women these days? Deb, I don't know what you're talking about there, but it doesn't sound good. I want to F yourself somehow. What? Deb, God love you. I don't know. I think somehow that sentence isn't finished. Alex said, take care. God bless. See you soon. Enjoy the shopping. I'll be glad when mine's done. Sandy said, I want to reach and remove Albo's voice box. I can't stand to listen to another word out of his pasty, thin-lipped mouth. I agree. AWOL Stu said, don't mention Arby. Animal Mother said, George Hyatt, glad to hear some coverage, praying for everyone. Animal Mother said, people say Candace prejudiced this. I actually don't know of any of the details. The only thing Candace is, she predicted this. No, she didn't predict this. This is not like a 9/11 style attack. That was 3,000 people, mate. I don't think this is the same thing. I don't think it can be equated. I don't know. Shannon said, and gives how to use butt plug tutorials. Who are you talking about there? Shannon? You talking about Sean Atwood? Sandy said, Animal Mother, no such thing as a prediction. It's all planned and Candace is holding back information. I don't like that. But it is necessary. The whole thing is awful. JFK all over again. Animal Mother said, I haven't heard anything other than the Candace thing and something happened. Yeah, no, well, you can take it whatever way you want it, but I don't think it equated to 9/11. No, I think that was on a much bigger scale. But anyway, it's up to what people want to take it, it as. I'm not getting in that ring. Alex said, could be that too. I just meant the lot on the train by Klaus, Bond, Villain, Schwabi, like Ardern, Trudeau's, and etc. Yep, I agree. Sandy said, they all know they drip feed info and lies mixed together. Yeah. Well, that's what I think about Candace Owens. She's mixing truth with lies, and that's just my opinion, though. Alex said, Hev was right, and why they probably all have the same voice. It's like news. Have you heard news readers, right? And they all seem to have the same tone inflection in their voice, right? I think they're taught to do that. It's the same way I think politicians are taught to speak, but in a different, way. Sandy said, no wonder we're confused. Sandy said it's called a crackhead voice. Something collapses in the back of their nose and makes them talk like that. Oh, okay. They all have that lazy sound. There you go. Alex said, this is why I always take a step back and watch it from the rafters. Yes. Yes, Sandy, they're all crackheads. I believe they are. Animal Mother said, spelled name wrong on purpose. This censorship thing, it sounds like a horrible draconian law. Yeah, it is. Shannon said they give your channels back so they can surveil it. Oh, probably. Alex said, yeah, countless drugs have been found in Parliament and probably all at taxpayer expense too. Yes. Well, it's funny because this happened right as everyone was calling out how much spending the Labor Party and their little bureaucrats were doing, like the e-safety commissar using over $1 million of Australian taxpayer money in the last 5 or so years, flying about jet setting all over the joint. And another one, that Anika Wells, she was just caught out doing the same thing. Holidaying with the family, all on taxpayer expense. George said, we need to get rid of Labor in the UK, Hev. Yes, I agree. Animal Mother said, if I had a dime. Yep. Sandy said, they're all secret Muslim Shriners. They've taken secret oaths. Well, look at the King Charles. He was taking the Muslim, I don't know, something. Opening it up. The Vatican has opened it up to Muslims for their prayers. Do you see what's happening? Yeah. Okay. Sophia said the Clintons are testifying today. It will be interesting. Oh, interesting. Thank you for mentioning that. Sandy said, we ban the safety officer from coming back to Australia. Can we revoke her visa? I wish we could. Can we? Alex said Starmer did that too, recognising it as a state. Yes. AWOL Stu said, Boss Skaggs, loan me a dime. What a great song. Blues on steroids. George said, our so-called king is a Muslim. There you go. Alex said, agreed. Satan time is short, menacing. Sandy said, Diana was dating a Muslim. Alex said, inbred parasite too. Sandy said, uncomfortable truth. Alex said, yeah, true. I don't think Liz and Phil could stand that, and probably why she hung on so long. Charlie could never take over. George said, no wonder Queen Elizabeth held on to the crown so long because she knew Charlie Boy's a traitor. Alex said, we're all probably thinking it, George. Menacing Muskrat said, R.E. read Albert Pike's letter, 1871, division collapse. Yeah, but wasn't Albert Pike a Freemason as well? Oh, I don't know. I did read it, but yeah, I find it interesting. Deb said, I second that. Shannon, Streamlabs is not reading my message. Let me know that you still get the donation, Hev. What? No, it hasn't come through. Did you do it on Streamlabs or did you do it on Stripe by accident, Deb? I don't know. And I wonder if Dr. Timmy's around. I'm going to have to message him. Because my eyes are going really bad and I've got this stuff called CNAC. Oh, what did I do that for? Eye drops. So I'm hoping they're going to help something. I don't know. I've got to contact Dr. Timmy. Darlene. How you going, Darlene? Richard Miles does his news conference down near me. Should have run past with a g'day have sign, lol. Yeah. God love you. Oh, good to see you, Darlene. Alex said, awesome, Shannon, for earlier. Sorry I missed it. AWOL said, Deb, lol, don't call me a... Whoops. Don't call me a pussy. Oops, where am I? Oops, okay, really jumped this time. Okay, here we are, somewhere around here. Alex said, yeah, go on. That'd be great, Darlene. Sandy said, has anyone noticed how the names of people are all starting to be the same? Well, the names kind of give away a lot as well. Yeah, I think a lot of the names give it away. So pay attention to names as well. Menacing Muskrat said, Hev, what's the name of that crazy woman? Abby Chatfield? Oh, she's a nut. She's a lefty nut. Absolute nut. Alex said, that's an interesting letter, Menacing. AWOL Stew's making cat noises. Yeah, Abby Chatfield, her name is. Alex said, you have to record it and send it to Hev, Darlene. Animal Mother said, I lost my dad and my pup on Christmas, same day, different year. Oh, God love you. Oh, my heart goes out to you for that. Darlene said, shall do, Alex, he should be there tomorrow morning. Alex said, oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Sending love and prayers, Animal Mother. AWOL Stu said, I lost my papa over 30 years and I'm still looking for him. Oh, wow. Shannon said, my dog and dad died a couple of days apart a couple of weeks ago. Oh, God love you. Yeah, prayers and hearts go out to anyone who's losing family members, lost family members. It is sad, and I'm not looking forward to it, but I can see it coming. Oh, shit, can I see it coming? That's why I also want to take a couple of weeks off. I don't know. I just don't know. All I can see is going downhill. My mum mainly. Okay, we're keeping her out of everywhere, though. We're not. No homes. Hopefully, no. We want her to be able to rest in peace at home when she goes. Yeah, George says, sorry to hear that, animal mother. Sandy said, you're right, Sophia. He was lying on the ground in the same pose as James Elephantis. Oh, wow. Animal mother said, when words are on screen makes me nervous to use my known monikers. Menacing Muskrat said, should I do a deep dive on Albert Pike, 33rd and Higham Mason? He was a huge man. They said he had so many medals that an elephant would have problems carrying them. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. That's why, yeah, I'm like, oh, I don't know, because a lot of information flying around and, yeah. Animal mother said it's a lol moment really happened, though. Animal mother said, Alex, it's funny because it's not. George said, sorry to hear that, Shannon. Flyby Shoe said, in a bit, guys. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up shortly. Canadian Patriot said, after the storm, hopefully I'll meet a brainy lady with thick tinfoil hat like mine. Then we'll get along. No point in trying to get along with someone that thinks like a normie. I know, I'm like that too. I'm like, oh, my God. It's just made it so much harder. Yep, Abby Chatfield, Muskie. Alex said, I know what you mean, animal mother. Darlene said, got to run, take care, and I'll make a big g'day, have sign. Stay tuned. Thank you, Darlene. God love you. Deb said, the naughty man is not talking for me today. Oh, no. Yeah, nothing seems to have come through. Hang on. No. Hang on. If I could do a blank screen for a sec, just... Is it blank? Yep. I'll just check on Stripe to see if it actually went through there, maybe. Deb. Oh, God. Now they're going to send me a code on the phone that I've got to... Yeah, okay. Oh, shit. Just give me a sec. Oh. Everything's been packed away. My keyboard, I mean. Okay, let's see. Just in case, Deb, I don't want you to lose your money. If it hasn't come through on there, I'm thinking, did it come through on here? No, it wasn't. It's not on Stripe either. Has it actually gone out of your bank account, Deb? Shit. It hasn't shown up on my screen. Okay. Animal Mother said, Alex, I don't have to feel guilty if I don't make it to New Year's Rager now. D, I didn't earn it. Exactly, Sophia. Yep. Animal Mother said, Alex, word. Yeah, to be clear, I'm not kidding. I wouldn't joke like that, but not a sob story. Again, only funny because how messed up it is. It's okay. Mercy Muskrat said, and the entity that Albert Pike communicated with was always written green ink, Charleston, North Carolina. Crazy. Many of his children passed away. Some say child S. Animal Mother said, oh man, I lost channels then too. One of them unsuspended day I found out, then a few days later after auto delete, but I had a stalker. They went after channels. I only said hi in the lives one time. Oh no. Yeah, take care of yourself. Yeah, George, hearing Atwood's name just sends a chill down. It makes me sick, actually. When I hear it, it's like, oh, no, because of the, yeah, the butt plug thing. It just makes me sick. Out to lunch said Pike Monument, one of the first to be returned. Animal Mother said, lost 220k view channel in 5 months last week. Started again, got 15, lost it. Now this slow one I started the other day has 7,000. It's dead though. Well, you did better than I did. Oh dear. Sorry guys, I've still Just blank the screen out. Alex said, I know it's awful, but I'm glad you are on here with I Have Family, Animal Mother. Yep. Animal Mother says, similar strifes. Lol, I heard Truth say that. AWOL Stew said it's authoritarianism under ism. Another ism. Yeah, I don't like these isms. Shannon said, did you see a demon portal in Detroit near the Scientology building? Yeah, Scientology is a cult. Where was that? Where did it go? There. Alex said, yeah, I've noticed that with news readers all sounding the same. They don't watch the news, but I remember the video where they were all repeating the same things. Yeah, but they even have the same tone. Like today on Sky News Australia. Like they have this same tone and way of speaking. And it's really, yeah, I swear to God they go to school for that. Okay, out to lunch said Detroit portal lights. Sulphur, and Sandy said sulphur. It will be interesting to see if any of the Clinton stuff is reported and how it's spun. Canadian Patriot said there's a very few short interest video clips on my channel, including the amateur rocket hitting the firmament if anyone hasn't seen it. Oh, wow, Canadian Patriot. I'm going to have to find you and sub. Menacing Muskrat said satanic cult. Deb said one world religion. Alex said something about it. It's a threat to our democracy or something like that. Maybe you can find the whole video, Hev. Oh, yes, of all the news readers saying exactly the same thing, yep. Animal Mother says, Shannon, sounds interesting. No, I didn't. Been under a rock for a few days. Out to lunch said one Toz is a good YouTube to watch. There you go. Never heard of it. One Toz. George said Islam as the world one religion, Deb. That's what they wanted. I don't think it's going to work. Menacing Muskrat said Hillary is allegedly in hospital, so she can't testify at the open community. Oh, Sandy said they didn't keep the Queen on ice for a few years, staving off the inevitable. R.E. Charlie. Yeah, I think so. Robin, how you going? Good to see ya. Wow, haven't seen you for a while. Shannon said Chrislam, one world religion. Well, they were trying. I don't think it's going to work for them, though. Okay, where are we? It keeps jumping. Yeah, Streamlabs. Oh, I'm sorry, Deb. Hopefully it comes through after I've finished streaming or something. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Is it just, I don't know, yeah. Crystal, I'm using Noah Huddle. What a mix. Oh. AWOL Stew said, I wonder what Somerset Belnoff is up to lately. I haven't heard anything from them. I was supposed to get emails if they updated anything, but I don't know. I'll have to have a look next time we stream. Deb said, for time now, I'm trying to say hello to all of our cats. See how I changed that there, Deb? Shannon said, brutal. Out to lunch said there was some tainted eye drops. Yeah, I don't think these are tainted. I think I would have realised by now. Deb said, bastards keep taking my money without the dirty talk. Ah, is that what you were trying to do? Out to lunch said Visine, I think. Yeah, this is not Visine. No. Out to lunch said lens cleaner, maybe. Alex said, I was thinking about that the other day. AWOL Stew, the old videos are back now on the other channel. Deb said, you have a new mattress going, Hev? Yes, I do. How's my new mattress going? It's good. It's nice, it's firm, and it suits me fine. And I'm getting better sleeps and less headaches. Sandy said, hey, silver's gone up 20 cents since the stream started. Whoa, there you go. Sandy said it was 96 when I went to bed. Now it's 100.50. So $100.50. AWOL, she said back in the old. Shannon said, you're right that it did look like the bloody elephantus ping pong table picture. Ruff said, I'll talk dirty to you, Deb, if that helps. Alex said, praying for your mum and the rest of your family, Hev. Thank you. Yeah, love and prayers for anyone that needs it. Deb said he talked for Shannon. Sandy said, we've got to let all this shiz just pass through us, otherwise, yeah, exactly. George said, praying for everyone in this evil world. Deb said, no, Hev, it's okay. And that's why, like, we've got to let the shit pass through us, Sandy, and that's the reason why I also say it doesn't matter what you believe. Like, we all are looking for the truth. We're all going to come at it from different directions. Some of our information may be wrong. Others will be spot on. So, yeah, we just got to keep going forward and always use discernment. Walsh just said, back in the old days, the wealthy had silver cutlery, that's knives, forks and spoons. I know. Sandy said, just letting you know it's pretty sticky and you don't want it on you when the plasma bolt hits us. Shannon said, just observe and fear not. Exactly. Alex said, another dodgy bloke. Shannon, he's apparently been caught doing other things too. Yes, it's gone out of your bank. Okay. Hang on a sec, Deb. Let me see. I'm just checking PayPal too. No, that wasn't checking PayPal. It was checking my email. I just want to. I don't want it to go into midair, Deb. Just hang on. Bear with me, guys. Deb, it came through in PayPal. Huh. It just didn't, the man didn't read it, Deb. I don't know what's going on. But it came through to PayPal. So I got the money, Deb. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with the little man not reading it out. Deb said, I don't mind as long as you get the money, honey. Yeah, I did. Alex said, Brian Harvey does a funny impression of Shatwood. Not watched Brian for ages, though. Dojo Dance, how you going? Good to see ya. Oh, shit's jumped again. Oh, we're here somewhere. Yeah, Alex, Shatwood is absolute cringe. George said, my ism detector is overloaded. I've got fatigue at the moment, and it's not just like fatigue of like Islam or fatigue of this or that. It's fatigue of everything. That's what it is. It's a fatigue of everything. Menacing Muskrat said 3-eye atlas in 2 days. Shannon said Project Bluebeam magnetism. Alex said, I hope everyone doesn't fall for it, but if they start Project Bluebeam that day, Menacing Muskrat. Menacing said Anthony Cohen wrote Antichrist in a cup of tea, King Charlie Pants. George said alien invasion. Alex said keep your probe to yourself, Shannon. Oh, yous are funny, you guys. Shannon said no portal for you. Oh. Menacing Muskrat said glamscalling.org, nothing new thus far. Shannon said, what did it say, Debs? Maybe I can make him say it. Deb said, yes, Menacing, we did look at that before. Alex said, maybe try a lowest amount one, see if it goes through. Might just be stuck, Deb. Well, I got the money, so don't worry about that. So I did get it. Cool. Alex said, yeah, at least it went through, yeah. Alex said, maybe you just clicked the wrong link. Damn. Alex said, yeah, I remember hearing about that, Sophia. And Deb said, yes, I did. No dirty talk for me. It's just for Shannon. And with that, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for today. I'll be back on Saturday morning with a stream, and then after that it'll be, I don't know when. It'll be on and off. I'll be here, and if anything big does happen, I'll try and do a quick video if I can't do a live stream. But anyway, guys, much love, and I will be back on Saturday, and then after that I'll just see how I go. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye.